Hello and welcome to our class today. Coming outside, we will be doing a flow with our chipmunks, of course, full body Friday. There is, you might see the chipmunks. I've got some peanuts set up here for them over here, and we've got plenty of hummingbirds around. So you might get a lot of nature this morning for our practice. It's my daughter's 18th birthday today. Happy birthday, Isabel. All right, let's get started. Full body, let's just flow through this. Have a wonderful morning. Settle into your practice. Oh, there's a chippy right now. We'll find ourselves in our mountain pose, just closing our eyes. Relaxing through our shoulders and reaching our fingertips down towards the mat or the earth. As we root down into the earth, you can picture some actual roots just flowing out of your feet, all of your toes, your heels, connecting down into the earth and drawing energy up. Notice your spine, the center of your body, holding you stable, keeping you up. And the crown of our head reaching up towards the sky. Breathing. Taking in a few cleansing breaths in through the nose. And if it feels okay, a nice big sigh out our mouth. Just release your morning, any tension or negativity that might be hanging around in your thoughts or in your mind, in your body. Just let it go. At least for the next hour, give your kind attention to yourself. A few more big, beautiful breaths, filling up with life, exhaling out tension. And then we'll start our flowing mountain. Inhale, reaching our arms up towards the sky or the stars. Exhaling, bringing our hands to our sides. Inhale, sweeping, if it feels okay, closing our eyes. And even touching our thumbs together at the top. Matching our movement to our breath, to our breathing. Listening to our bodies this morning, or this afternoon, with patience and understanding for where they are on their journey. A few more flows. Letting go of all competition and any judgment. One more flowing mountain. And we'll turn this into a flowing chair pose. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sitting into our chair. Inhale, sweeping the arms to sky. Exhale, either reaching them forward or continuing to keep our hands at our hearts. If we are healing our shoulders, then that's where you'd want those hands to stay. If you're taking care of, my phone rang for a second. If you're taking care of your knees, be really mindful not to bend them too deeply, but still try to sit the hips back just a little bit. A few more flowing chairs. I'll be sure to tag Bernie in this class because I've got her team on today. Well, our team, Minnesota Vikings today. Some of you might know I'm Indigenous and I'm also Scandinavian. So it's a pretty fun combination. A couple more. And we'll turn this into a flowing airplane. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hinging at our hips, starting to lengthen through the hamstrings, reaching the crown of the head forward. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. We can be kind of extending the sit bones back a little bit, widening through them, stretching our pelvic floor and lengthening our neck. A few more. It's really, in my opinion, important to have this dynamic warm up. A little bit of flowing to start our practice. One more aeroplane. We'll come back up to our flowing mountain, just a couple, and then step into our moonflower. So one foot goes Down the length of our mat, we turn towards the long edge and begin to flow with our breath here. A couple more like that. Just going to take a check and make sure no one's waiting in the waiting room. We're all good. Excellent. Trying to match that breath to the movement. So that keeps our awareness here in the now. One more moonflower and we'll turn it into a sunflower. Big breath up. We still bend our knees and still hinge. A few more. Last one. Meeting in our goddess pose, so we'll have our hands out nice and wide. Let's just shift our weight from side to side like we are just sliding our backside along a bench. Warming up, transferring the weight from foot to foot. And if you want to, you can turn a foot up. So we turn the heel up. There's a few more flows that you could do if you wanted to do more. You'd be deeper in with the hips down, coming right down, sliding it across, toe up. So we're here. That was just one of my children screaming, not sure why. The last one. Bring it up and make our way back up to our flowing forward fold. So we sweep up and then we'll be diving right forward. Softening the knees, a few more. Inhale, reach. If the back's feeling good, then add that little back bend at the top. Really trying to move our spine in all different directions to warm it up this morning. Hi, Chippy. Couple more. We'll hold it right down in our forward fold. Hey, you got to be where the people can see you. There you go. Bending our knees here, little buddy. Let's step our left foot back. Drop that knee down for our lunge this morning because we will be rising up into a kneeling lunge and then shifting those hips back for a hamstring stretch. So we shift forward into a kneeling lunge and then shift back to a hamstring stretch. Just a couple more. If you're taking care of that back knee, you may want to use a knee pad or even fold up your mat underneath it. One more. Sweeping that right foot back and the left foot forward. We'll do the flow on the other side. Hip shift forward. You could rise up with your arms or keep the hands on the mat, and then we shift back on a breath out. Inhale forward, exhale back. So if you're taking care, maybe just that shift back or even blocks under your hands. I didn't bring my blocks, but it's okay, you could pretend. Last one, make it to our all fours. So we're shifting that foot back. Maybe a little rest in child's pose if you'd like to, or we'll start with our figure eights for our pelvic floor and our hip warm up. So one big circle out to the left, bring it back to neutral all fours. So just reach it back to the heel and then back to stack. Here we go. One more on this side. See how that hip's feeling, and then check in on the other one. So we start just the circle on the other side. You might feel a little less tension on one side than the other. That's normal. One more, and then we'll start our figure eight. So a big circle on one side, and then a circle on the other side. Close your eyes, bring that entire awareness to that area of your body. Breathing and moving, yoking them together. Hi, squirrel. Are you? You're brave today. One more. All right, let's take it back to child's pose unless you would prefer to float up into downward facing dog. So in our child's pose, massaging our forehead down on the mat. Or in downward dog, just letting the head hang, closing our eyes. Moving up to all fours on an inhale. And then exhale, settling in. And we'll move through cat and cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. This is our last full body Friday for the summer, unless I add in some surprise classes throughout, or just Monday and Wednesday for June. And then for sure Wednesday Zooms in the summer, and we'll have outdoor classes. One more cat, one more cow. Last one. And we come to all fours again. Let's take our right arm forward, left foot back, and then open them up. So we're opening up out to the side. You can just tap them on the mat if it's too much to hold them up. Then bring it back, and then to all fours. Let's do that on the other side. So we extend and reach and balance. And then either open all the way up or tap it down. Reach again, and then down to all fours. Let's do one more on each side. Reach and lengthen. Exhale, open. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, all fours. One more on the other side. Pushing it back to child's pose or downward dog. Take a moment again just to check in. How are you doing? How was your day? Really noticing our breath with a sense of awe. Allowing it to fill us up without any work on our part. All right, let's add in that half series now. Inhale, come into a fuller kneeling plank. We'll exhale, go right down to our bellies. Inhale, open up into our cobra pose. Maybe some cup hands today to take the pressure off the back. And then bring the head back down. Press all the way up, nice and strong, and back to child's pose. And again, inhaling into a kneeling plank. Exhaling, slowly lowering, or maybe you're choosing to hold that plank today. Inhale, open up into cobra, long neck, and then exhale, back to the belly. Hi, chip, chip. We lift up, and then slide it back. And again, inhale forward, exhale down. Inhale, open. Oh, the squirrel's getting brave. He just watched the chipmunk take that peanut, and now he's like right behind the camera. Right back to child's pose. Let's try one from downward dog, or you can stick with the child's pose half series, or we move into downward dog, pedaling out the feet, warming up our hamstrings again. And let's flow. Inhale, full plank, or maybe drop to the knees. Halfway or all the way down. Up dog or cobra. Breathe in, expand through the heart. Stretch the abs, and then back to down dog. You can do one more, or like me, take a little rest in child's pose for about 5 breaths while either you flow or breathe. Alrighty. Gazing up at the hands again. Let's rise up onto a kneeling. Actually, not kneeling. If I'm going to tag Birdie, I want to be nice to her knees. Let's come forward into all fours, and then shift those hips back to downward dog, or stay with all fours. Pressing the earth away with our hands as our hips reach up to the sky. We're opening across the chest and making sure that there is a small bend in our knees. Looking up between the hands, we'll be walking or jumping our feet up between the hands. Take your time, bend your knees as much as you need to once you get close to find your version of forward fold today. And we'll flow through monkey pose. Inhale, come halfway up. Shoulders roll back. And then we exhale, fold. About 5 more. Feel the core strength lifting you up. And then it relaxes and the back stretches. Relaxes and then engages. Pressing into the feet. Last time. And sweeping it all the way up. Inhale. We'll bring our hands back behind us and open up into our chest expansion. Big, beautiful breath. We can stay here or go back to your forward fold, adding in the chest expansion, or stay right here. This can be a nice way to stretch your wrists as well. Clasping your hands, opening up our hearts. So this can be a vulnerable pose for some, but remind yourself that you are safe. You are surrounded by support. We'll release those hands all the way up, grab a hold of our right wrist, make some space there, and then tip over to one side. So we're pressing into the right foot, reaching the right hand long. And if you wanted to add in more intensity, the right foot will go to around the back of that left foot to the other side. And then you still continue to press into the right foot or heel. Anyone's a runner, this is a nice stretch for your IT band. And release. Let's do the other side. Big, beautiful breath up. We grab a hold of the hand, create some space between our forearm and our hand, press into the left foot and tip over. And then you choose if it feels okay here and you're able to close your eyes and enjoy the feeling. Or if you want a little bit more sensation or balance, you sweep that foot around the back. Feel good Friday. I hope everyone is feeling good today. Let's release those hands right down to our sides. Roll those shoulders. Just do a couple little shoulder joint turns back and then forward. We'll bring our hands in front of us. Do some wrist rotations. One way and then the other. Wonderful. All right, let's get on with our practice. Time for our sun salutations, our regular sun salutation. If you are a regular of mine, then if you would like to, just crank your tunes right now and just start to flow, or stay with me. Big, beautiful breath up into extended mountain. We touch the thumbs. Exhale, we soften the knees and dive down into forward fold. Inhale, we come about halfway back up. Exhaling, we are folding again, letting the head be heavy. Inhaling, the right foot is going back. Exhale to settle into your lunge, so maybe drop that hip a little bit. Inhale, rise up into a full lunge. Stretching the hip flexor, and then exhaling, sliding back to downward facing dog or child's pose, whatever feels nice for you today with today's body. Rest here, my friends, or we'll flow. Inhaling forward. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale, release the weight back to the mat. Inhale, press strongly up. That core is engaged, and then back to child's pose. You can stay here in child's pose as long as you want to. And when you're ready, the right foot will come up between our hands. We'll rise up into our lunge on an inhale and take an exhale to forward folds. You're spoiled today, Chippy. Inhale, monkey pose. Shoulders roll back so you notice how strong and long and supple the neck is. Folding again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, chair pose. Choose where you want to have those arms, but we've got strong weight into both of our feet. Inhale, sweep again. Touch the thumbs. Exhale, settle into mountain pose and feel the strength of your spine. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Inhale, monkey. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling, taking the left foot back into lunge. Exhale, hold the lunge. And lengthen the neck. And then inhale, rise up into lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog, maybe child's pose. And let's flow through the half series or take a rest or do anything you want. If you want to have a drink of your tea, go ahead. Halfway down, up dog, and sweeping it back to downward facing dog. Gazing up between our hands, we've got space between our fingers, dispersing the weight of our body, bringing the left foot up between the hands. Exhale. Inhale, full lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, monkey pose or halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. We're pressing into both of our feet. Exhale to chair. Back up, breathe in. Exhale, strong mountain. Feel the peak of your mountain reaching up as you root into the base. And let's do one more. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Hi, squirrel. Inhale and exhale. Bending our knees, taking our right foot back. Rising up into lunge, breathing in. And then exhaling, downward dog. Or you could even be holding your lunge position. Staying with this. Or we'll flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, halfway down or all the way down. Up dog or cobra. Back to our belly. We'll push up, back to child's pose. Or down dog. And then bringing that right foot up between the hands on an exhale. And then inhale, rising up. He's brave, this squirrel. Finally, oh, he chased my chipmunk. Squirrel. Sorry, guys. Forward fold. Don't chase him. Monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Oh, you don't chase him, Squirrel. Big breath up. Sorry. Meeting in chair pose. This one will go on YouTube. And then we'll meet in our mountain pose. Take your time. So settle in. We've made our way to mountain, which should be nice and warm. So a time for tea. Hi, Chippy. Come here, grab a tea. Or give your chipmunk a little pet. He's sad. And we'll move on to our strength portion. So we're just going to roll through our warriors this morning because we're strong. All right, so let's step up to the tops of our mats and then press down into both of the feet. We've got some space between them and then sweeping that left foot back. So it goes straight back. So not onto a tightrope behind us, just straight back. And then the heel will drop onto the mat. And then it ends up that somewhat the heels line up on the center of the mat. Wonderful. So we'll bend our front knee and go into our warrior one, turning our chest towards that short edge and sinking into our legs while we press into both feet. Check in with that knee. How's it feeling? And then we'll reach up into either a full lunge, hands to heart. I think I'll do a few eagle arms today for you guys to stretch out our backs. Breathe, but we'll wait. And just our warrior here. Close your eyes. Feel the strength of the earth coming up. And maybe the wisdom of the stars coming down. Notice the air on your skin, the air coming into your body. Just notice. We'll lift our back heel so that we come into a lunge position. If you want to sink a little deeper, you can. And then so if your right knee is forward, we'll put our right elbow forward and then our left elbow on top. From here, you could just give yourself a little bear hug or bring the palms together, and we're in more eagle arms then. And only if it feels okay, we lift the elbows up and have a little bend. Breathe. Remember, this could just be your bear hug with a nice, strong, straight spine, or adding in that gentle bend. Good. On an exhale, coming back. And then inhale, we'll open up into warrior two. That heel drops down and we open up the chest towards the long edge, pressing into our feet. Settle into the earth, actively reaching in different directions right now. Maybe notice what directions you're reaching. I think I've got north out of this left hand and south in the other, but maybe notice that sometimes where you set up your practice, where you're facing, where you're reaching, just a little bit more awareness of where you are. From our warrior two, let's move into reverse warrior, turning our right palm up, keeping the legs bent and strong, and we'll reach it up. Actively just reaching straight up to the sky. You could even look up at that top hand if you want to picture some birds or the sun. And that back hand can rest on your back leg. You could wrap it around your back, giving yourself a little reverse back hug. Breathe. It's a little windy today. I hope the sound quality is still good. So from our reverse warrior, so we've done 1, 2, reverse. And now we'll do warrior 3. It'll just take a couple shifts to get ourselves there. So we lift the back heel, we take our chest toe, it faces the front edge of our mat. You might need to bring it in a little bit. And then warrior 3, we take the weight onto the front leg and lift the back. I've got my deck here, so it's wonderful prop to use. You could be using a wall. You can use it to support your body. And when you feel comfortable, maybe bringing hands to heart. So again, let's press the earth away with the foot. Lift up and choose where we want to have our hands and our head. Breathing. Now it might feel a little shaking or unsteady in your ankle, and that's okay. That's strength being built there. Let's forward fold on an exhale, some space between our feet. And then our right foot is down. We'll put our right hand towards the floor or a block, bend our right knee, and reach our left arm up. A little stretch here, or tuck the arm back behind you. Here comes the sun. And then forward fold, other side. So left hand either on the mat, on a block, bend the left knee, and then reach up the other side. Forward fold, exhale. Let's flow through one vinyasa, and then we'll do the other side. So stepping or jumping back to a plank position, full or kneeling. Exhaling halfway or all the way. Flowing into up dog, maybe cobra with cup hands. Exhale to the belly. Really let all that air out. It's almost like you're pushing the air out with the weight of your body down. And then we lift up. Inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog or staying in all fours. And bringing the left foot up between the hands. So look between the hands first. See where you're going to place it and then bring it up. Give it a hand. And that back heel will go down onto the mat. We'll rise up into our warrior one on this side. So engage the core, lift it up. Squirrel, stop chasing my chipmunk. Warrior one. Settle in, feel that strength. There you go, grab your peanut, little buddy. Close your eyes. Oh no, you spilled them, you poor guy. Okay. Let's lift our back heel, and now we're going into that lunge. So bending the front knee, the back heel's up, your left knee's forward. We'll take our left elbow in front and then put our right elbow on top. Maybe give yourself that nice big bear hug, pat on the back for being you, just being here. Or our eagle arms, where we can stay in the eagle arms, stretching our back, or add a little bit of length to the spine, and then a gentle bend. Breathe. So wonderful. So this has been a bit of an experiment today. Let's move into Warrior Two just to make sure my phone's gonna work for when we go. I'm gonna try to take you guys down to the beach with me for a couple classes. Let's relax those shoulders down. Here we are in our Warrior Two, strong, supple, relaxed, but strong, ready to face the future in Warrior Two, whatever may come. That back hand is a little bit in the past, the front hand in the future. The mind right here with this breath. Wonderful. Reverse warrior, turning our front palm up and then reaching up into our reverse warrior, still pressing into our feet. You can sink as deep as you want to into those legs. If something isn't feeling right, take a pull back. Remember, this practice is yours. You can add in, take out, adjust as you want to. Time for Warrior Three. So let's just stop halfway in Warrior Two first. Then lift our back heel, that left heel, as we sweep our right foot up. And then we can stay here even if you wanted to in your lunge, or move into your Warrior Three. The weight comes onto the front foot, we lift the back, and we try to keep our hips facing the floor. I've got my deck. We're spreading the weight out into the toes. So make yourself comfortable with the breath, and then play around with seeing how it feels to take your hands off your wall or your chair or back even. Another option, of course, is to have that back foot down. Hi, squirrel. Stop chasing my chipmunks. And forward fold. Exhale. Let's step it back to downward dog. We'll hang out here in downward dog for a few breaths, or all fours as an option, or child's pose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Pressing the earth away whilst our hips reach to the sky. Stretching. We're holding our downward dog today for about 5 more breaths, or take it down. And settle in. Really notice as the air enters your body. And exhale and let it go. Let's take a little rest in child's pose. And hang out there for a minute. Just settle into the earth. Feel your child's pose. Really notice the space across your lower back. The weight of your body either resting on your thighs or reaching towards the floor. Make room for your belly and let it soften and be supported. We can keep our hands right where they are today in our child's pose, or put the palms together and then bring the prayer hands behind the head. This is a stretch for your triceps. You could also use your thumbs here to massage your neck. Breathe. All right, take it to our belly. So we'll come forward to all fours or kneeling plank. And exhale, slowly lower those hips down, thighs down, belly down, chest down, even our forehead down. Into Sphinx pose. So bringing those elbows underneath the shoulders so they slide forward. There's space for your body between the elbows. We'll shine and reach the chest forward. And we can continue either just to keep our chin. Chin tucked in a little bit, and you could have your gaze between your hands for a very safe position for your neck, or you can look forward. Breathe. In our Sphinx pose, we're reaching our ears away from the shoulders. We're pressing our hips down into the mat. You could activate your glutes here or your quads and feel the strength. Think of anchoring through the tops of the feet. So we're not just chilling out here. Our legs aren't relaxed. They're strong. Of course, if you want them to be relaxed, you can, right? Hi, Squirrely. I gotta name you. All right, we'll bring our chin back to the mat, maybe roll our forehead. There's a gland there that helps relax our nervous system. So we can massage the forehead down into the mat. That might feel really good for you. So remember, you can do it later too. Let's press our hands into the mat all the way back up to all fours. Exhale to child's pose. Space again in the back. Oh, there's some hummingbirds around. All right. All the way to our backs now. We'll come to all fours and then just lay back on our backs. You can adjust your clothes if you need to. And then roll back onto your backs. Drawing our knees up and towards our chest, taking a little rock side to side. Massaging our lower back down. What time is it? Oh, we got about 3 minutes left. So let's do a twist and then legs up a wall. Our windshield wipers today, knees come to 90 degrees. And then we'll drop those knees down to one side, but we'll be anchoring through our upper back still. If you wanted to have a little more intensity, you could extend your top leg or extend both. But check in, see how that feels first. You want to be right on the outside of this hip. So the hips are square and then the chest goes up. Well, it's turning out to be a nice day, everybody. I cannot wait to have you guys for outdoor classes. Sharon's going to join me for some of those. We'll do some Reiki in person. It's going to be amazing. We'll bring our knees to 90 and we'll drop them over to the other side. So you may need to adjust to get onto that hip so that your hips are square and your lower back is protected. And then we kind of have our twist starting from the belly button up. So you want to be nice and not try to twist your lower back. There's not as much mobility down there as we have up top. I can hear the squirrels. All right, let's make it to our rock again. Rock it out. And then legs up a wall or settle right into your Shavasana. Oh, hi, Chip Chip. That squirrel's gonna come chase you, you know. I hope he doesn't. Watch out, he's over there. Oh no. All right, so we're here. Or in your Shavasana. I hope that you can stay in your Shavasana or some form of meditation or relaxation to close out the end of your practice. And maybe for you, that could be journaling, meditation, silence, well, maybe some reflection, maybe setting some affirmations for your day today. Make your way. Hopefully you can stay there for a while. It's been my pleasure to have you, and thank you for making space in your day to spend some time with me, and I hope you enjoyed your practice. Namaste.